Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining us today at Roots Texas Connect. My name is Jim Thornhill. I'm the president of the Dallas Genealogical Society. Our society started back in 1955, and we've been meeting continuously ever since then. We have won several awards over the years, mostly for our newsletters and our website, which we're both very proud of. And that's thanks to a whole lot of technically savvy people who were able to help us out with that. We have a three-pronged vision that I'd like to tell you about. The first is education. That's probably our main emphasis. And we do that in several ways. We have we have general meetings from September to May. We take the summer off, so we don't meet during June, July, and August. Those meetings are in person here at the downtown branch of the Dallas Library, but they're also broadcast via Zoom. So anybody can join those. You don't have to be a member. We welcome anybody to come in and join those. And we have genealogy speakers for each one of those meetings. The exception to that is our awards meeting in May, but the other meetings, we have speakers for all of those. We also have 3 seminars a year, one in the spring, in the summer, and the fall, where we bring in national level speakers. And then we also have just recently begun having classes for beginners here at the Dallas Library. Those are not broadcast online because those are very, we've intentionally structured those to be very hands-on and give people personal attention. So that's just not really conducive to broadcasting over the internet. The other thing we do is a large part of what we do is support the genealogy section of the Dallas Library. Since our inception in 1955, we've given over $750,000 to the library to help increase their collection and give them, whatever else they needed. We've also built for them the Heritage Lab facility. Their Heritage Lab is a place where anybody can bring any type of media in and have it digitized. And it's one of the very few places that I know of in this part of the country where the public could come in and bring their media, whether it be a large map or Super 8 movie or old videotape or whatever it might be, and bring it in and have that digitized. I can't think of any type of media that they cannot handle in there. We also purchase books to add to the library's collection every year. That's actually just part of our regular budget. In the mid-1990s, the society started a capital campaign, and we're responsible for expanding the genealogy section. I think it almost doubled the size of it. And then recently, because of our new environment that we're all in, we've started helping out with the library's AV equipment as well. The last part of what we do is records preservation, and we're very active in preserving Dallas area records. Ever since we started back in I think the first newsletter was actually in 1956, we've had a newsletter or quarterly, a journal, some type of publication where we've had people do research and publish that. And now we've gotten all those and digitized those, and those are all available for free on our website. We've also been lucky enough to get the funeral home records of a couple of large funeral homes here in Dallas. And so we have, again, gone in and organized, digitized those and put those up. And we have a very active group that's passionate about recording details on cemeteries. And we actually have a map on our website where you can go and click on the cemetery you're interested in, and it will bring up the information we have as far as who's buried there and details about the cemetery and things like that. We're currently working right now with the Oakland Cemetery, who is, for those of you who are not familiar with Dallas, the Oakland Cemetery is a very old cemetery in Dallas, and it's one of the place where a lot of Dallas's founders are buried. And we've recently gotten access, or been given actually their records for the cemetery. So we're currently in the process of getting those organized and going to try to get those up on our website. So those records will be there as well. Currently, the things that are going on with us is we're right in the middle of our spring monthly meetings. The exception to our monthly meetings is in May, where we have an awards banquet where we recognize the accomplishments that both the society has made during the year and also the people that have really worked diligently to try to help us accomplish those things. We also have our seminar series that we're just fixing to start. Like I said, we have one in the spring, one in the summer, and one in the fall. And we try to, even though we're bringing in national speakers, and a lot of those people you can find on webinars online, but we try to make each one of our seminars unique, something special about it. So either we select a certain type of program, or we've also in the past worked with speakers to either modify what their lectures they're giving or create a new lecture altogether and make it unique for our participants. But this year we're having Judy Russell in the spring. Cindy Engel is going to be talking about the internet and mining the web in the summer. And then fall, Michael Strauss will talk to us about our 20th century wars and how we can do research on the wars that happened in the 1900s. Coming up, the new things we're really working on going towards the future. We've been wanting to reach out to other people outside of the immediate genealogy community. We're good about communicating with other societies and with the state society, but we've felt like we wanted to reach out to people that the general public and people that may be interested in their family history, but maybe just are not aware of it yet. So we haven't until recently had the expertise to do that. We just really didn't know where to get started doing that. But recently, due to a generous donation that we got, we have been able to hire a public relations firm to help teach us how to get the word out. We've also, along that same line, we're trying to reach out and cooperate with other organizations that are not necessarily genealogical organizations. Some are, but maybe some that are distant historical or having to do with family. Some examples of that, or we're trying to work with the Ulster Foundation, which is an Irish organization that has a lecture tour that comes to the United States every year. We're working with them. We're trying to keep a working relationship with Hogard de Dallas, which is our Hispanic counterpart that works just with Hispanic records. So we're trying to reach out to or work with those people. Like I mentioned earlier, we're having our beginner classes, which is so far have been very well received. And that's a cooperation for us with the Dallas Library. So we work together to do that. We're really kind of excited about the one that's coming up. We're having a group of junior high students come in to try to teach them about their family history and why they should pay attention to that and why that's more important. We're also really paying attention to technology. And as I'm sure you all know, technology can grow just as fast as you can keep up with it. So we're, since we found ourselves in such a technological environment and having to use technology more and more, we're really working to try to keep up with that and stay on the cutting edge of hybrid meetings and getting those sort of things done. And I want to emphasize we're lucky enough to have a really strong group of people that are technologically minded to help us out with that. But I'd invite you to visit us at dallasgenealogy.org, see what's going on, both with us and other societies in the area. We love to have you tune into one of our meetings if you're not in Dallas, or certainly come by if you're able to, and even join us if you feel like you would like to help us support genealogy in general.